this custom GPT. If you guys aren't familiar, it's through ChatGPT, but um, it is the custom GPT we created to help you guys learn how to raise capital, help you guys get unstuck with raising capital. All right, let me share my screen. So here, as we do this, I want you guys to ask questions. I'm also going to ask you some questions. So we're going to role play here. Give me some questions to ask. I need a little bit of help going through this. So let me get my screen sharing up and make sure I got the right screen here. Boom. All right. Can I get a confirmation? Can you see my screen? Okay. Yes, I got it. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So, why did I even create this thing? Um, I've had a lot of conversations. I've met with a lot of people, and I did a post in the Skool community. And I said, "Hey, what would be most valuable to you?" And we presented some options. I said, if we created a custom GPT, an AI agent to help you out, what would be most valuable? And we said a capital raising funnel coach, and that didn't get too many votes, which surprises me, but maybe you're just not aware of that you need to build funnels. Another one was a LinkedIn DM agent, and that one got quite a few votes. There was one about an avatar. I don't know that that got too many votes. Although last call we talked about doing an avatar training, and so we'll still got that in the books. And then the one that got the most votes was a capital raising 101 coach. So I thought, all right, let me see what I can do. Let me see if I can put that together for you. So how many of you can I get a show of hands here in the chat? How many of you know how to create your own custom GPT? Just a yes or a no, if you guys know how to create your own custom GPT or not. Chris says no, Mary no, Larry no. All right. Well, then this is going to save you a whole bunch of time. Custom GPTs, those are one of the things that actually it can be very intimidating. Once you learn how to do it, it's really cool. Let me ask this question then. Let me see it in the chat. Um, do you guys have a paid version of ChatGPT or a free version of ChatGPT? I guess maybe I should ask the question. Do y'all have ChatGPT? Because in order to use this, you're going to need ChatGPT. So okay, you got the free, cool. If you as long as you have a version of ChatGPT, and it's really easy, you can just connect it through your Google or your email. It's super easy to get one. Okay, so you got some free accounts here. Perfect. So, we are going to share this link with you. Just wait for it. We'll give you instructions on how to get this link. Okay. So let me tell you about what we've done here. We went in and we created our own custom GPT. And what does that mean? You have to go in and share a whole bunch of information with this particular AI agent and give it instructions. So I spent about a day, maybe a day and a half, and I just went through like, what are the things that I teach? What are the things that I do to help people? What are the things I've learned along the way? And so took a whole bunch of information, made it available to this agent, and then gave it some instructions. Now, whenever I create a custom GPT, what I like to do is I like to make it easy for you. Okay. I don't want to assume that you're already an expert when it comes to using AI agents, ChatGPT. ChatGPT is one of the most prevalent, although there's a lot of other options out there, but most people have ChatGPT. So I don't want to assume that you've mastered using ChatGPT. So I always try to make mine really easy to use from the get-go. So as I start sharing more of these with you, know that I'm always going to do my best to make it very user-friendly for you. So if you haven't used a custom GPT before, let me ask this question. Have you used some type of GPT, custom GPT, where you have to do some interaction? Can I just see a yes or no in the chat, and it'll help me give a little bit more guidance for you? Have you used a custom GPT before, or are you just normally going into ChatGPT and asking it some questions? So, all right, we got some yeses in here, and we got a no. Totally cool, not a problem. So, You can go into the world of ChatGPT and you can say, well, hey, I need to bake a cake. Give me some instructions. I want to do what type of cake? A birthday cake, a chocolate birthday cake, a champagne cake, and you can get those instructions. And basically, the universe is available to you. You got all kinds of stuff, but it's it's got access to everything and everybody's opinions. What we do here is we make it so we say we define the universe for this particular AI agent and say this is the very specific thing I want you to do. So if you ask this thing to bake a cake for you, I don't know if it would. Actually, I've given instructions that said if you get too far out of bounds, let the user know they're out of bounds. Okay. But what I always try to do is make it really easy for you. So I'm going to show you three different ways you can use this. Once you get more comfortable with it, then you can go do some other things with it. But one of the things I do with all of mine, especially when I'm sharing them with people, is I always provide this option. So let's start with this. So you're going to get access to it. It's going to look just like this. And you're going to say, I would just suggest let's get started. And I'm also going to show you how I like to use ChatGPT when I'm having conversations and is asking me information. It just makes it a lot easier and quicker to have the conversation. So here we go. This is, if you hit let's get started, this is what it's going to do for you. So it says, hi there, I'm Stephen Lee Thomas, founder of RaiseGenius.ai. I created this free capital raising coach to help you understand the fundamentals of raising money for multifamily deals. Now, this could be for other things, RV parks, mobile homes, self-storage. The idea really is syndication. So in each chat, we're going to focus on one clear goal. That's one of the things I told this GPT to do. I said, hey, if I was really sitting down in a coaching session, we're not going to go all over the place. We're going to pick something and we're going to focus on that and we're going to solve that problem. So I gave the GPT that very clear instruction. So I said, all right, let's focus on one goal. And that is, let's figure out where you're at right now. What is that roadblock? Like, what is holding you back? And let's figure out the next best step for you to move forward, right? Isn't that what you guys would want in a coach? Is like, this is where I'm at. This is where I feel stuck. Can you help me get unstuck? Okay. So that's what we're asking this to do. So this is always going to ask you, if you hit let's get started, it's always going to ask you these questions. Okay. So before we dive in, let me get a quick picture of your journey so I can tailor everything to you. And then once you share answers, I'll summarize your situation and walk you through step-by-step game plan based on Stephen's framework. So like I said, it's pulling from a lot of information that I've put together. I've literally given this thing hours and hours and hours of transcripts from a lot of the coaching and training that I've done. Okay. So here's what I like to do. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to role play as though I'm, someone in your shoes who's on the call right now. And we're just gonna feed it some information. We're gonna have a little conversation with it and we're gonna see where this goes. Okay. So here's how I like to do it. You can always come in here and you can type. I can come and type, but sometimes it takes a long time and I give it short answers and I want to give it better answers so it really knows where I'm at. So here's what I like to do. If you have this option right here, dictate, then this is what I like to do. I'm going to answer these 4 questions right here. All right. So where am I at right now in my capital raising journey? So I have joined a multifamily coaching program and I've learned a lot. I'm out there submitting offers on deals. I've submitted a number of LOIs, and the moment that I'm at, so that's where I'm at in my capital raising journey is I haven't got a deal yet, but I know I'm going to need to raise capital. So my next big goal or milestone is I've figured out that I need to raise about $2 million for this potential deal that I want to get under contract. What's holding me back right now is a couple of things, really. I honestly don't know where to start. I'm still kind of new to this. I don't really know where to start, so I would appreciate some guidance there. And I think the other thing that's holding me back is I just feel a little bit awkward if I'm going to go approach family and friends. Like, how do I even do that? So I think that's number 3. What's holding me back is just kind of fear of the unknown. Why is solving this important for me right now? The reason why it's important for me to solve this right now is that I've got a lot of time and money invested, and I just really need to move forward because my financial goals, my financial freedom is really kind of hinging on this. I put a lot of time, a lot of effort, and I need to solve this now and move quicker because I need to get to my second, third, and fourth deal. So just let me know if you have any other questions. Okay, so that's what I like to do. I like to actually have a conversation, and that's the best way I found to do it. So what this is doing is taking this and it transcribes that conversation for me. So it's a very natural conversation. I'm going to submit this, and then it's going to give us some information. Okay, so we're going to let it chew on it for a moment. I also said make sure that you say it, share back with the user, state back to them to make sure I've got the facts correct. So here's what it's going to do. It's going to treat this conversation just like a coach. So step one, shift your mindset. Raise your hand before you have a deal. Then it's going to go in step two, define your ideal investor avatar. Now, funny, right? We talked about that last week, and that's something that you need to do. So if you haven't done that, this is going to give you some information. And then step three, you need to build your warm list. And then there's information here about this. And then step four, create your basic funnel. We talk about this. And step five, reframe family and friends fear. Okay. So here's what we got. Okay. So your three next action steps: create your warm list, start 3 to 5 educational conversations, set up a simple learn more link or calendar. When you're ready, you can plug all this into the RaiseGenius.ai system. We've talked about that before. So yes, you can absolutely plug this into the system. So it's letting you know. Also, and I will go over to this here in a little bit. We'll show the website we've been working on. We've got a number of features we're going to be adding to that. But so it says you can plug it into the system, but it also says, would you like me to show you exactly what the first conversation with the potential investor should sound like? So I'm going to go, yes, please. And just going to walk me through that. So the point of this exercise is, honestly, guys, treat this like a mini coach. And as I do more trainings, I will continue to update the knowledge base of this coach. I would keep this in your back pocket. You can walk through different scenarios, and it's going to help guide you forward. Okay. So, right, there's a whole, I mean, it's just going and going and going. Lots. Here's an example of conversation. It's got a lot of my voice, it's got a lot of my tone. So, I could just stay on this thing for probably 45 minutes, but it is going to, and it's got here, you got templates and everything in there. So it's going to keep going through this. Okay. So I'm going to pause a moment here, and really quick, I'm going to just do a temperature check with y'all. Do you have any immediate questions right now based on what you've seen? I'm going to check over here in the chat. Do you have any questions right now? Any questions we can answer for y'all? If you got questions, drop them in, drop them in, drop them in. Okay. Well, I'm waiting for questions to come through. Right? Because you might be thinking like, well, how can I use it? Can I use it for this? Can I use it for that? I'm going to start up a new session here. Okay. So now what I want to do is I'm gonna come to this. We're gonna go over to this one right here. So that's if you use the let's get started option. It's just gonna say, hey, I need you to answer some questions for me. Now, as you get a little bit further, you can say, hey, can you please map out a capital raising funnel for me? So I'm gonna go ahead and click on this option. You can see that it's searching the knowledge base here. And it's going to just map this out for you. And it's going to just keep going through here, and it's going to map all of this out. And you can take any of these and you can go into more detail. You can go further down into any of these, and it's going to build this out for you. But the last feature I want to show you, this is one I really, really, really like here. This is so cool. So I talk about LinkedIn a lot. So LinkedIn post, webinar, investor call, soft commit, deal webinar, investor. investor, and then newsletter. These literally are the exact steps that I teach, that we implement, we do on our own. This is exactly what we do here. So it's going to say, I just walked you through how to build a funnel. What do you want to do first? And it's going to build all that out for you. Okay. So we got that feature in there for you. And then I'm going to show you the last one really quick. And then we're just going to I'm just going to call on some of you, and we're just going to role play here. I might even take you bring you on camera, and we can just ask it some questions. We can see where it goes. If anybody's brave enough to do that. All right. So let me do the last one for you, because this one I think will be a really big help for you. We actually also have shared a lot of the YouTube training that we've done, like literally the detail from those trainings. So let's say you're like, this is really good, but you know what would also help me out? What if I had a study plan? So this one says, please create a YouTube study plan for me. Click on this one. And now what it's going to go do is it's actually going to go out and it's going to create a study plan for you. And it's going to actually provide the link. So if I click on this, it actually takes you to the video. So if you wanted to go in and give it a little bit more instruction about, this is what I'm struggling with, this is what I'm trying to learn, these are my obstacles, can you create a study plan for me that way? Then it'll also go in and it'll find the right videos for you, and it'll help pace that for you as well. So like I said, I mean, I could spend a lot of time in here, but really the thing I wanted to do is just share this with you, kind of showcase this custom GPT. Okay. So anyways, like I said, I just want to share this information with you so you guys could start playing with this. So here's what we're gonna do. For those of you, I guess I should ask in the chat, how many of you are interested in getting access to this custom GPT? Can you just put the word coach in the chat if you're interested in getting access to this custom GPT? Coach, 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 coach. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Now that I know, coach, you guys are comfortable doing coach. Is there anybody on this call that does not have access to the Skool community, the Capital Raising Mastery Hub? I need to know that. If is there anybody who is not in the community? I'm looking over here at the chat, because here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a post. Leanna's on. She's gonna do a post in Skool. And if you guys are interested, so I don't know if she's got that done yet. I asked her right before the call, said, hey, I want you to do a post in Skool. We've got this thing ready. So what I was on the waiting for my approval. I haven't seen accepted. Michael Jones. We will check that out, Michael. We'll see if you're approved or not. I don't know when you submitted your request. So what I need you to do is look for in Skool. We're going to do a post. If you need access to it, do the same thing. It's super easy. We're just going to do comment the word coach, and then we're going to send you a message. We're going to give you the link for this, and then you guys can use it all you want. I would love to get feedback. So also in the same post, if you have some feedback, hey, this is great. Hey, what about this? Hey, can you add these things? I mean, the tool is really for you. I wanted to make it a nice, easy tool that you could have access to and use, and just make your life a lot easier. So all right, so we got a number of people. So Leanna is going to get that posted in the Skool community, and Michael, we will check on Michael Jones. Is that the name you use to register or to submit your application for Skool? Is Michael Jones? Oh, he's already in. You're in, bro. You are good. So you should have access to it there. We got a link in the chat right now. Thank you, Jolene, for dropping that. So we're gonna drop it. We'll probably pin it. We can only pin 3 posts at a time. And I think we might have 3 pinned right now, but we'll drop one and we'll put this at the top. So if you want that one, we have some others that we're gonna be sharing with you. So keep up with the posts we've got and the trainings we do, because we have an avatar one that's really, I love it as well. It's another one of those. Let's get started. Now, that one's going to ask you a lot of questions, but the output that it's going to give you is golden. Okay. It is really, really, really going to help you define the avatar and find your voice. And you can use that for all kinds of other things. So we got an avatar one we're going to do. And then Jolene, I don't know if you want to come off mute or if you want to share in the chat. There's another LinkedIn direct message agent that I know we've been using, and I know we were going to have a version available for the people in the community. We're probably pretty close to having that one ready as well. Is that correct? I'll see if she,
Yes, yes.
yes. Okay. All right. I know we need to do some testing on our side. So we got two more of these. If you guys like these and they're helpful for you, give us some feedback and I'm happy to share stuff with you. But so that one's going to be LinkedIn. Technically, you could use it for Instagram or whatever. It's basically a social media messaging agent. And that one's really cool. And then the other one is the avatar agent. So we'll get those available for you. So, um, all right. So real quick, what I want to do before we come back and play around with this some more, I'd love to get some of your input here, and you guys can put some stuff in the chat of what you'd like to ask this agent. I'm going to spend a couple of minutes. I'm going to share with you the website we're working on, and it's really easy, RaiseGenius.ai. And this is our website we're putting together for y'all and what we have available. So if you want to learn more about what we keep talking, Raise Genius, that is the capital raising platform that we put together. And I've talked about this in some of the other trainings. And it's really a game changer because it takes all of these other systems and it brings them into one platform and it streamlines everything and you get a whole community and everything. So when you get a moment, check out RaiseGenius.ai. I'm going to actually paste this in the chat too. I would love to have you guys go and check it out and give us some. Whoops, that's just a host of panelists. I want to do everyone. All right, so it's just everyone. So if you guys also have a moment and you want to go check out our website, there's more. There's lots of good information about what is this RaiseGenius.ai platform we keep talking about. How can it really help me? How can it really move the needle for me? Is it something that I even need or want to consider? So we got a lot of good information here for you. So go check it out. We got a couple different pricing options for you if that's something that you're interested in. And then you will see a few things. We're not quite done with all of it. So, yeah, you don't have the form here. That's okay. We're still working on that. And then we've got some resources and services, and pricing's already in there, but there's some additional resources that we want to make available for you as well and think of it more like a marketing agency. So not only will we be, helping you learn how to raise capital, not only are we going to give you, the platform to help you raise capital and bring it all together, but there's also a lot of things that can be challenging, right? So maybe you want to build a website. Maybe you want to put together a slide deck. Maybe you want to put together some type of capital raising funnel. Maybe you want to do ads, but you don't know how to do it, nor do you have the time. So we are also going to provide additional services. So think of us more like your one-stop shop for marketing. We're like a marketing agency for capital raisers and syndicators. So that's really what we're providing. So please, when you get a moment, check out the website. Like I said, it's work in progress. Probably about the next week or so, we should have it done, but it's functional enough. We want you to go in there, kick the tires. Let us know if something's broken, please. I would appreciate that. And you can learn more about the services we have to offer. So, okay, I'm going to go back over here to the capital raising coach. And I would love if we have a brave soul, I can either bring you off, bring you on camera, or if somebody's got something they want to throw in the chat, like what's something fun we can ask this tool and see if it can help you solve it. We can play Stump the capital raising coach GPT. We can give it a shot. Whoops. Let me copy this. We'll come back in here. So who's got the $1 million question here for this? Or I can pick another scenario. Maybe somebody's a little bit further along. If I don't get anything in the chat, let's say that somebody's a little bit further along here in their journey and they're not even in their first deal. They've like their second or their third deal and they raise some capital, let's see if we can get a plan for that. So while I'm waiting for some things to be posted in the chat, let's try that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit let's get started again. And this time we're going to do a little bit different scenario. All right. So again, if you hit let's get started, like I said, I wanted to treat it exactly like a coaching session. If we were to have a one-on-one coaching session, I'm always going to follow this same framework. All right, let's talk about where you're at. Let's talk about, where you're stuck. Let's talk about where you're trying to get, and let's really solve for that one problem and give you something tangible and actionable. Okay. So I'm going to do this a little bit different this time. Okay, so where I'm at right now in my capital raising journey is I did my first deal and I actually didn't raise a lot of capital. It was that moment when I found I really wasn't good at it. I tapped all my family and friends. So I really need to figure out um, what is my next step. So I think my next big milestone here is I got the deal. So I've already got a deal on my resume. I just need a system. How can I raise capital consistently? That is my next big milestone. What's holding me back is honestly, I don't know what I don't know. I've tried networking events. I thought maybe if I had a website that might help. And I just really don't know what my next step is. That's what's holding me back. Why is solving this important right now? Well, my goal is to quit my W-2 job, and I know I need to get probably about 3 deals. So I need 2 more deals. And so if I can just figure out how to raise capital consistently, then I'll be able to quit my job. And that's really what I want to do. All right. So we're going to throw this into the coach. And we're going to see, again, that's how I like to do it because it just uses my natural language. I'd like to send that through. And it recognizes, all right, cool. You've closed your first deal. That's awesome. This is the transition phase, which is true. And then this is the capital raising machine framework, right? So we have to shift from finding investors to attract. I'm going to walk you through that. Honestly, guys, this is really like build your capital raising funnel. That is it. You need to build a funnel. So this is going to take you and it's going to walk you through those steps of building a funnel. Systemize your investor attraction. That's your machine. And then here are your next steps. Okay. Clarify your investor avatar, optimize your profile, create your first investor education funnel if you haven't done that. Let's see, would you like me to show you exactly how to structure your investor funnel? Yes, please. All right. So real quick in the chat, I'll make sure you guys are still with me. Are you guys excited about this? Is this something you guys are looking forward to using? Can I see in the chat? You just type excited. You can put, yep, I'm ready. This is cool. Pumped, Chris. I'm excited for you, man. All right. So here's what we got. It's just pumping this out for me one step at a time. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So, like I said, we literally have taken these trainings that we've done and we brought them all together. We trained this custom GPT on how to do this, right? It's just going to help you guys out a lot because you might be up in the middle of the night working on this. It might be in your car. You might be, wherever you're at. Now you're going to have a tool that's basically in your pocket that's going to help you with this. Okay. And it's just going to walk you through step by step. All right. So I'm going to stop right here. I think we've gone through some scenarios. I can keep going through a lot of these stuffs all day long, but I think the next really the best thing to do is get this in your hands so that you can start using it. So I'm going to do a quick check here. Leanna, you can send me a message in the chat if you'd like. Is this going to be ready? You think, I don't know if it's ready already. If it's not, that's fine. But next 20 or 30 minutes, we should have this uploaded. We should have the post in Skool. Does that sound fair? You can either message me directly in the webinar chat or in our private Slack. All right. So we should have this ready here for you guys pretty quick. If it's not up, Please use it. Please give us your feedback. If there's other things you would like to see, let us know. Like I said, we're going to do an avatar custom GPT. Very similar to this, but it's actually more detailed. It's going to give you some really good output. I'm going to show you some cool things you can do with that. And then the other thing we're going to do is a LinkedIn DM helper, or I guess I should say Instagram, whatever social channels you're on, a helper to help you have those conversations, because there is a very specific framework that you want to follow when you're having conversations to try to get those book calls. And so we've tuned an agent to help with that, and we use it all day long. So, all right, guys. Well, if I don't see any more questions in the chat, which I don't, I'm going to let you go. And we're going to get this custom GPT available to you. And again, give me some feedback if these types of trainings are helpful for you. If you'd like to see some more of these, this is really the first time we've done something like this where we say, hey, here's a custom AI agent to go make your life easier. So I would love to see those of you that are still on the call. Can you just give me something in the chat really quick? You'd like to see some more of these? Can I get a yes, or you prefer the more classic, give me a slide deck and I just want to listen to you talk about a slide deck? So when can we see the recording? Generally, we have the recording up in about 24 hours. My team's pretty quick, but I try to give them, enough time to get that. So we generally have the recording up in about 24 hours. So you'll be able to go through and watch this, how we use it. I think it'd be very helpful. Would need to interact with it to really know. All right, cool. Yes, I agree. So Chris, you're right. You got to interact with it to really know. I'm just basically just kind of introducing you to it here. There's a lot of use cases for it. Okay, so we will get. All right. All right. So we've got we got that post just about ready to go in Skool. So we'll get that out to you. You guys use it, get us some feedback, and then we'll give you some more tools. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, I'm working on my accent, so when I go out to Austin, I can get some tacos. Maybe I don't know what the right accent is to say tacos when I'm in Austin, but I'll work on that. All right, guys, you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you. I will see you all in the community. And please, again, check out our website, RaiseGenius.ai. Got a little bit more to do to finish it up, but I'd love to get your feedback there on, like I said, things that are working, things that aren't working, and additional resources maybe you'd like to see out there. All right, guys. Well, I will let you go. Thank you so much. Oh, and it is posted. So if you go out there to the Skool community right now, it should be posted. Go ahead and post the word. I think we got the word coach, and we will send you a direct link to that custom GPT. All right. I will see you guys next week.